Look here, look here. One man. Thank you.
It is also my pleasure to welcome the brilliant and eloquent Mr. Veer Sandhu.
And then you're flying out right after this to Bombay again.
Yes, I'm flying out tonight.
So you've really taken time off for Pinky and this event.
Yes, I've actually known Pinky for a very, very long time, and plus I'm a big admirer of female entrepreneurs, and sitting in this room full of female achievers, I'm like so excited about the fact that I could be here. I mean, each one of you is such an achiever in your own right, and the fact that you're excited to hear me, I'm extremely humbled. So thank you very much for that. And for being like supremely powerful, badass chicks. That's really good. India needs that. India needs it. I love that. I'm so glad to see it. Yeah, so I'm just like super happy to do that.
You know, there.
Which are how to beat jet lag.
Okay.
I travel like people go from Bombay to Panvel or Bombay to Lonavala. I go from Mumbai to LA. And like I travel really, really quickly for a day here and there. The trick is that you have to sleep according to the country you're landing into. So even if you're super tired and you're taking off at 2 o'clock at night, you can't sleep because it'll be daytime where you're going.
But I've never.
Thank God, no? Otherwise I wouldn't be doing.
Decided to go to America. You were the #1 star in India. You were the idol of millions. It looked like you would prolong the normal life cycle of heroin because people are still running after you with roles. You turned your back on all of that. You went to America. You chose television, medium you do not know in the past. You had not known in the past. You chose to do a show and really start all over again. Wasn't that a huge risk with that intimidation?
It's actually very scary. What was extremely scary for me was, it was first of all an organic experience in a little way. I really believe that destiny has incredible milestones for me in my life, and I just have to make sure that I take each opportunity and make it 100%. So the smart thing to do is always to recognize opportunity. Opportunity knocks at everyone's door. So I recognized the opportunity when music came into play. So I was asked by my now manager Anjula Acharya to do music with Jimmy Iovine and Interscope, and that's how I started going to America. And when I went there, I saw the way people responded to me in a very casual, you're my friend kind of way, and not in a you are an alien from another world sort of way. I was relatable. So when I started seeing that, and I went for all of these parties, like the Grammys or whatever, I had people who came up to me and asked, like, why am I not doing work in America? And that sort of like put a seed in my head, and my music representation, which was Interscope at that time, Jimmy Iovine, he told me I should get representation in America. So I did. And it was not, I understand that if I am a star in a country like India, which is 1/5 of the world's population, and the strength of that, it still does not mean when you walk into a new country, everyone should know you. I'm not entitled. I'm never someone who walks into a room and will expect the world to know me. I have no qualms in introducing myself. I do not presume it. And I think that's what I did. I wanted to expand myself as an artist, and I wanted to see if there was this kind of reaction coming to me. Could this turn into an extension of a career that no one else has been able to do? So, the fact that I got the opportunity to do television was I happened to be at a party, and the VP of casting for ABC at that time, she was very excited about me and asked me if I would do television. I was shooting Gunde in India at that time, I still remember. And I said, TV is like 6 years commitment, I can't do it, I've never done television. So she flew down to India to sit with me and convince me how it would be a good idea. And honestly, I just had I'd lived in America as a child. I was in high school there. And my biggest pet peeve, sir, was to not ever see anyone on mainstream television that looked like me. So whenever you saw Indians in mainstream global entertainment, you always saw them put in a box of I don't know, like the nerds or the big fat Punjabi family or like why
Shopkeeper.
Yeah, the shopkeeper, Apu from Simpsons. Like, why could not we be more than that? Why did our ethnicity define the role that we play? So the only thing I told ABC at that time was that don't come to me with a show which would be my big fat Punjabi wedding. I won't do it. I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want my ethnicity to define the kind of role I take on. And kudos to them. They came to me with about 26 scripts. I played an FBI agent who happened to be half Indian, and that had nothing to do with the story. And that for me was my biggest win. I dug my feet in and I said, I will not compromise on what I see the future of global entertainment for people like me and South Asians as. And I think that kick-started it. It gave me the confidence to then dig my feet in further and demand the kind of parts that I want. And I had no problems in what was my first audition. It was very scary. I still remember my hands were sweaty. I went into the bathroom.
This is after how many movies?
About 50 movies.
Already?
Yeah, about 50 movies. And my hands were sweaty. I said, "Yaar, 50 filmon ke baad, why am I getting nervous? I mean, I can literally do this in my sleep." But I was damn nervous because there were like 7 people sitting in front of you and you have to act in a completely sterile environment. So I went to the bathroom and told my manager, I said, "Listen, signing like 2 seconds to just breathe for a second." And I spoke to myself in the mirror, very cliche, but I did it, and it worked. I said to myself, I said, alright, you had about 15 years of solid achievements. 1/5 of the population of the world thinks you're talented. Kuch to hoga. Something must be there. So I thought about all my achievements, and that's positive reinforcement, which I tell everyone to do. And like whenever you have doubts or whenever you're insecure, reinforce yourself positively and think about the things that you've achieved and the hurdles that you have overcome. And I felt better, and I walked into the room and got the job.
First audition.
First audition.
I must say, she's really got the Indian face on.
I had to explain to them all Indians and all Chopras are not related. Chopra is like Smith. It's so common. We may be related by our forefathers, but we don't want to discuss that.
Was the Quantico script written before you became part of the project?
Yes, it was actually written for an American girl. And after I got the part, there was a big conversation about changing my character's name, which is Alex Parrish, to Anjali or something which was Indian. Now I have an Indian assistant whose name at that time was Jennifer. So I said, again, we're trying to put it into a stereotype of, it doesn't matter. You have written a role, it's my job as an actor, to convince the world that I am that person. And every Sunday I have to convince America that I was American. My character was American, Alex was American, and it's my job as an actor to do so. So I trained, I learned the American accent, which anyway I have an edge on, because I have a little bit of an accent.
All of them actually her breakfast shows.
Yeah.
Amazing. How you acclimatize to them is like you
So
sound
I had to train in it. Not being the talk show is not supposed to everyone's talking to me like that. So now plane has to go and talk to me in my accent changes. It's very confused. I go to London and start speaking in a British accent. It's very, very confused. I become fully Marathi when I'm like in Bombay. I can't keep track of it. But I had to train for that. I had to train to understand American pop culture.
But this is probably the first time an Indian actress has played a role abroad where ethnicity is irrelevant.
Yeah? Yes, from what I know of, it is the first time. And after that I continued that, like even with Baywatch, or even with like my new movie is Romantic that comes out next year. I'm playing characters which have nothing to do with my ethnicity, which I feel will open the door for Indian talent or South Asian talent to become mainstream, which will open the door for people to see us as mainstream entertainment in global movies.
Yeah.
Why do we only play the sidekick? I want to play a leading, and I'm not going to compromise on that. Simple. You have to be able to hear people saying, "I'm sorry, you're not the right physicality," or cast somebody who looks more mainstream than I do.
But that didn't happen to you. I mean, they signed you up in your very first audition.
Oh, but you're talking about Quantico after that. So that was not the only thing I wanted to do, right? One project is not my life, and I was never going to be defined by just the TV show. I always wanted to move into like features and do other stuff.
Which you are now.
Which I
To take Pinky's point, You sound American on the show. Yeah? Was that difficult?
Yeah, so it's another. It took me 3 days to say counter-terrorism task force in an American accent.
Say it. Let's see how you say it right. Say it.
We say counter because it's, I mean, there are syllables, you're supposed to pronounce the syllables. In an American accent, you just like, whoa, you just have to say it like, whoa. So it's counter-terrorism task force. Counter-terrorism. But the syllables
You have to
in
roll
English
your
are
eyes.
terrorism.
Yeah.
And these people are so cold, so they can't say the words properly. That's my father's answer.
But it's really difficult. I always say to my American friends, I'm always like, you know, in the Queen's English, we are trained to like pronounce syllables, enunciate your vowels, nothing.
But
You
when
just have to
people
go,
ask you, how do you know such good English?
yes, I got
So
asked
many
that.
people ask us, how do you know English? I said, we speak better English than the English.
So I had an answer for that.
Yeah.
Why do we speak? I get asked that all the time. Oh my God, we speak really great English. So I'm very patient with people. I don't get offended. I like to educate. Because a lot of people don't know India and I don't want to presume that everybody should know us. As I think everyone should feel like we are the kings of the world. So I sit down and I say, alright, we are like 1.7 billion people that live in this country. We were colonized by the British for a very long time. So we have the Queen's English was left behind in schools and etc. And about 10% of Indians speak English. So just by sheer population, more of us speak English than most countries' population.
That's the biggest.
And that's how I explain. That's how we know English. There are just so many of us, and we are everywhere.
The room, love scene, we call it, we delicate in a car, right? Now, that was an unusual thing for an Indian actress to do. Did you have any qualms about doing scenes like that? Because you would never have done that in a Hindi movie with the guy you just met.
I disagree. I mean,
You would have?
one second. First of all, what did you see in the scene?
No, nothing. It was the character.
It was a, oh, no. It was a, let's get into specifics because I thought about this, I'm very smart.
Okay.
So, it's,
There's a romantic scene. shall
no,
we
it's
say.
a,
You say. I'm not saying.
it's post-coital, if I may say so.
Alright.
But it is not during. So that's the trick of the scene, that we make you believe that you're seeing so much, but you see the car from outside,
Yeah.
you hear a sound, and then you come inside to my face, and I sit down on the side and start having a conversation. So technically I've done nothing.
No, but your character has.
Huh?
But your character, you're playing a character.
So are you
who has-
saying that in Hindi movies we don't show people having sex?
You show people picking up an aeroplane, getting into car, having sex with them?
Yeah, but I'm not an Indian girl in this character. My
So-
character
so-
is very extreme.
There you
And
go.
she was actually, I love that scene because Alex to me is an unapologetic modern female who lives her life on her terms. She's extremely flawed. She's not perfect. She's a loner. She doesn't like people. She just uses people. So she's basically playing a man, which is awesome because girls don't get to play that. And I was like, yes, we turn the tables.
But I can think of any number of Indian actresses who would have refused to say, no, my character can't do that, my fans would be upset. You really didn't do it, man. You just immersed yourself in the character.
I think my morality is not defined by the characters that I play.
Yeah.
Like your morality is a very personal thing to you. I know my principles, my values, and I think that you can't, there's no gray in that. What I am as a person is very, very different than the characters I play. I mean, I played a villain so many times. If I was that, I'd be a really bad girl. Which I'm not. It's alright. I don't expect everyone to say.
But the
Enough
first,
people saw it.
but the first
No,
season,
I'm more of a love story person. So next love story I'll let you.
this one is not really.
I'm not a
very
detective
sure.
person.
But the first season was shot in Toronto, wasn't it?
Montreal.
Montreal, in Canada. And then you moved to America, which was a phenomenally expensive thing to do. I think you did a number of shows from the X-Files onwards where they said it's much too expensive. Yeah, you did the opposite. So how? How did they agree to do that? You can show off a little bit about your cloud.
Season 1 did really well, and I could not expand myself as an artist from Canada.
Why?
Because it was very difficult to promote the show, it was very difficult to travel to LA from Montreal or to New York from Montreal to do like the things that I needed to do. photo shoots. It was very difficult to come. I was shooting Sanjay Leela Bansali's Bajirao Mastani that time, and it was very, very difficult for me to come to India, come back. So I told them that the show I came to.
But you did it. You were doing Bajirao and you did Contour at the same time.
Yeah.
I remember Ranveer Singh saying, I don't know how these girls manage to switch it and switch out it. I can't even think of doing that.
Yeah, we're talented like that.
How much difference did it make to budget?
It did make a difference to the budget, but New York gave us subsidies because they really wanted the show.
That's not really the first time. So basically, the show was so successful that they did whatever that you wanted to keep you happy.
Not whatever I wanted, otherwise I would have got a bigger trailer. But that didn't. Just moving the show to New York because I think they also understood that it was really difficult to promote the show. And I really believe that in today's world, there's such a short attention span that people have because there's so much entertainment that's coming your way, and with like streaming, with everything, and especially with television, that we needed to make it an event. And it was very difficult to do from Montreal while I was filming 6 days a week. And I was doing about 13 to 15 hours a day. It was just impossible.
If you acted in Hollywood and in Bollywood, as you have, I can't think very many people who come, what are the basic differences in the experience?
Everyone is on time there. It's really ridiculous.
On time, they don't keep you waiting for 4 hours.
It's down. It's like 7:18 and people will be on set. 7:18? They have like specific times because of the turnarounds and whatever. So that was the first thing that just, like it took me a lot to get used to. And so now my first lady is also naughty. She's going to come 15 minutes here or something. She's an
Telugu actors. Some of them just come and like N.T. Ramarao and all that. They will come and they think they're coming.
No, we still have actors who do that.
I'm
not
not going to name any names, but I know many people who still do that.
There are many who do that still.
It's in some ways proof of stardom. You can keep those.
I don't think it's
No, I think it's
disrespect. They've become like professionals.
Yes, it has. I think there is.
I think the younger generation have become more professional.
You said it.
I said it. I know it.
Movie, and I was doing a Telugu movie at the same time, and that's when I
But
thought.
I think that movie will release.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
I heard.
Telugu movie will release that one.
I was really bad in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of your first ones.
Yeah, which is why, but still, like I know I was really bad.
Then we did a Ferragamo event, both of us.
Yeah.
What in it?
They make shoes for us. That was the best
Oh,
part.
really? Not that much.
Custom shoes are always great, isn't it, ladies? See?
I remember interviewing you on the sets of your first film before it had been released. I remember at the end of that interview, I said to you, you're going to be a very big star, which of course you did pick up. But what struck me then about you, perhaps because you've been in this world or whatever, you were not nervous. Were you genuinely not nervous, not apprehensive, or did you hide it?
I hide it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm human. Of course, I get nervous. Of course, I get scared. My biggest fear is failure. I hate failing. I'm miserable when I fail.
Really?
Like, I'm miserable. My mom, like, literally doesn't. Just let her be alone for a while. Yeah. So because I'm so afraid of failing, I think I've developed a way of not being nervous because I really believe. And I'm going to sound a little idealistic, but it's I believe that women always, I'm a very proud feminist, so I'll say it, women always have, we've always had less opportunity than men. And because of lack of opportunity, we had to elbow each other out of the way to be like, because only 4 people will get the job, or only 3 people will get the job. So we've been conditioned to pull each other down. Now, when I first came into the entertainment industry, and I came in through beauty pageants, I believe that too, that I had to be the only one to do it. So I had to teach myself that I have to be the most confident of the lot. And in doing that, somewhere, over about 3-4 years, I realized that if I wear my confidence really well, I don't need to elbow anyone else out. I don't, because I just be great, then I can be the person who actually props the other person up. And that was a phenomenal change that happened to me when I started movies. Because, we were always told that who's girls catfights, female catfights, And I used to get very irritated because I got on with most of my co-actors. And I said, why are the girls always reduced to that? The boys, they call it a bromance, and the girls, they always say catfights. So it used to start really bugging me, and I really wanted to be the girl who, you know, I want people to stand on my shoulders. I want to be that person who can be that for other girls out there, because we didn't get much opportunity. So the confidence came from that.
Are you still anxious about when a film is about to be released? Do you worry that it might fail?
Of course.
Are you still even up?
No, of course. But that was, I think that as long as a film has its own destiny, because 400 people make it. It is, we are as actors given way too much credit because our faces are on the posters. But it's actually a director-writer's medium, filmmaking and television. We can be good or bad, but if it's a bad script, there's nothing we can do about it. So I came to the conclusion a few years into working that I just have to make sure I'm really, really good in everything I do. I like being nervous when I walk onto set. I like nervous energy. I like feeling like, oh my God, how is this scene going to turn out? Because if I don't feel like that, then I can't perform somehow. Then I become complacent. Complacency is just so
Do
boring.
you still sometimes have a pit in your stomach?
Every time I walk onto set.
Really?
Every time I walk onto set.
After all these years?
Yeah, like I'm starting my new movie, The Sky is Pink, which is the Shonali Bose Day After Tomorrow. And that's why I'm flying back tonight, because I have prep to do tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my look test. I sit down and write a Bible character study before I start. Like what my character is, who she was, where she went to school. She becomes my best friend, my character. I'm not one of those actors who, like I don't become the character. I can't do that. I'm an actor, I'm supposed to act.
That's very interesting, because most actors, when you interview,
like my character. And the way to do it, I realized, because I've taught myself acting. I guess I learned it on the job. I didn't really have time to go to school or learn it formally. So I get to know my character so well. Like if I was playing Pinky, for example, in a movie, which would be a good movie? I'll tell you her secrets later.
Being a bully.
Definitely being a bully, such a bully she is. But like if I was playing her, I would know her like my sister, like my best friend. So then you can throw me into any scene and I'll know what she does. And I just play that.
so regardless of whether it's in the script or not, in your mind the character is fully formed. Like if you were saying playing Pinky, you know her, but assuming you didn't know her,
Yeah.
and there was no scene where she went to a restaurant in the script, you would still know that if she was going to go to a restaurant, what kind of restaurant.
How she would behave, what kind of restaurant she would like, what kind of shoes would she wear, what kind of sari she would wear. She loves diamonds, I'd be wearing a lot of diamonds. You know, little things like
It's a nice road to go down. What else would you do if you were playing
I would love my private plane, I would love my house in Hyderabad.
Diamond, house in Hyderabad?
Have refined
Take your
taste.
question now.
No, I just think that I think like characterization is very underrated in
She's
cinema.
going to say
a lot.
what a sweet girl. Not the diamonds, not the house.
I have to say that she hasn't said that so far. But she wants to,
I'm
right?
I'm just trying to bully her back because she always.
Actually,
You bullied her
if
into
you
coming,
didn't think I
right?
was sweet, she would be here.
You bullied her into coming also.
No, it's not just bully with my sweet talk.
No, Pinky's just very, and I admire, I love that about her. She's someone who knows what she wants and she'll get it. I'm like that.
You're like that.
Yeah, I'm totally like that. So I actually admire that in a woman, like a quality that, you know, you want something, you just go out there and get it. Be unapologetic about it. Because you know what your periphery of your principles
But
and
I know my
values are.
line, boundary. I don't
That's what I said. You know what your periphery
There's
of
no need to
principles
be
and values
defensive.
are.
Nobody said that.
How defensive? Let's say I'm going to play Veer Sangvi in my next movie.
Alright, my turn now. Okay.